Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the New York Jets. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Red 60 Pittsburgh. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Watch the silence. 64 weeks.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
57, go. 57 to Mike. All day, every day.
On first and 10, Love. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Watch tight end. Over.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The stop for no gain brings up second and 10 from the 20.
Hey, Delta. Mike,
Shotgun now for Rodgers. That ball complete to Isabella. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his third and 1. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, box truck. Man, I got you. Mike 55. Coming this way, Box it.
On play action, it's Rodgers. This is caught by Williams. And he goes out right around the 39. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 27-yard line.
Come on, set. 90. Wolf. They gonna need some therapy.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 54's Mike.
Ready, go.
From the gun, Love. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Sit. Hey.
Mike 57.
Get that quarterback deep. Go.
Operating from the gun, Love. Found his target, it's Anderson. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
51's the Mike, boys. 51.
Now it's Rodgers. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Bud.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Easy.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now Rodgers. It's Williams on the catch. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
We're going to work. We're going to work. 319. Back north. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. You're trapped. You're trapped. Mike. 319.
Now on second and 16. Rodgers, he'll let this go for the end zone. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his third touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Bell running on first down as he'll push forward for about 3. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Mike's by 4. Ricky. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Yeah. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
At the Chargers' 44-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Check.
Now Bell. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll try again with Bell. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Ready.
From the gun on third down. Love looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Love. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Partner, that's excellent timing right there. Breaking off the route and being able to hit it right when he stops.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see
Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Exit. Mike spot 4. Mike spot.
Yes! Hey, check.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Get in the weight room. Ready, go.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
At the 43-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Zoom, fellas, let's go. Go.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
2nd and 2. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Hey, 626. Hey, Haywood. I'm here all day.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Watch safety.
Get 300. Get 300.
Safety equipment. Mike, 55.
Hey, Sue.
55. Yeah, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Here we go.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Fielded at the 20. Not a big deal on that one, just your everyday 67-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. And that's how you want to start a sequence defensively. That's what we used to call, partner, hello, glad to meet you. Tagged him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And he stopped immediately there. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. out is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return, Carter. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
55's Mike, guy, 55.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here.
Hey, it's all around.
Throwing again. Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Santos with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first-rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing now is Rodgers. Fighting to stay upright. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Down to lose 1.
Operating from the gun. Love. Open man is Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Love into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Herndon's got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go. Charlie.
On 3rd down, Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here comes Carter. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Quick dance, quick dance. Oh! Joker.
Again, it's Bell. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Love. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Derwin James, the all-pro safety, is a rookie there to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He was brought down by Darryl Roberts.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Jets' 47-yard line.
55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Yo.
Hey, wahoo!
55, Mike 55.
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will get him one closer. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. 54, this is it. Check, watch 54, watch 54. All day, punt.
2nd and 9 now. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
No.
Check three.
Second and 15. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. He completes it to Peak. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Tremaine Johnson that time there to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's McCaffrey. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Daniil Hunter. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Switch, topper.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Anthony Barr in on the tackle. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Here's a 2nd and 7, caught here by Bell.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Are you ready? Mike 57. Come off the ball.
They'll try the option on 3rd down. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And that'll hurt the average. As this time they're able to get him behind the line. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Jets
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big offense.